Hello everyone, this is Robert Glick with comicbooks.ie. Once again, I'd like to start off by saying there's someone I'd like to send a big thank you to that's kind of behind the scenes. It is my stepson, Sean. He has been doing everything when it comes to helping with conventions, all the social media stuff that y'all are now viewing. He was responsible for getting ITV out to the home. He was responsible for the entertainment.ie segment that we have on YouTube and Facebook. So a big thank you to Sean, because this has been booming big time with his very thoughtful efforts. So thank you, Sean. But anyway, what we're going to do with this segment is kind of go over some Marvel key books that we've got, and I'll kind of mention a few things that I don't have and that kind of thing. I'm just looking around. A few books that are extremely hot is because of one artist named Skottie Young. This is an example of one of his pieces. He's become very famous doing young versions of superheroes. And this is just one example. Marvel has licensed him to do variant covers for just about every book that they come out with practically nowadays. I have lots of slab books as well. Another few characters would be Miles Morales, which most of y'all would have heard of. This is actually his first appearance. It's Ultimate Fallout #4, and it is polybagged. If you can find this book, get it, because Miles Morales is on his own now and part of the regular Marvel Universe, not just the Ultimate Universe. A few obvious things. Those of you that saw Ant-Man, Scott Lang is going to be extremely an important role. He's going to have an important role in Avengers, if you saw the movie anyway. And a few of his books, his first actual appearance in comics was Avengers 181, this book right here. And his first appearance as Ant-Man is Marvel Premiere #47. And just another book I have, I found this. This is a Marvel team-up he was in. And this is his second appearance as Ant-Man. So anything Scott Lang, Ant-Man, obviously, as you know, if you haven't seen the post-credits, get Wasp and all that kind of thing as well. We all know Marvel has been dealing with Thanos, so any Thanos appearances would be very good to have. This book right here is extremely important because, believe it or not, this is the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. It is Silver Surfer #44. Very good book to have, and there's a whole run of Silver Surfers with the Infinity War storyline. And Hope Pym, by the way, her first appearance in a cameo was #7 of Avengers Next. This is actually #10, her second cameo. I believe her first full, which I have somewhere, is #12. Another key thing going on, you've heard, maybe those of you that have not heard, most of you probably have, Kamala Khan is now the new Mrs. Marvel. Carol Danvers, who was Mrs. Marvel, is now Captain Marvel. So a few interesting appearances. Kamala Khan's first appearance as Mrs. Marvel, first full, is this comic book right here. It is called Marvel Now .1, and it is a fantastic book to have. Kamala Khan's first actual cameo appearance was this book right here. It's Captain Marvel 14. She also had a cameo appearance in the last issue, #17, before Mrs. Marvel came out. And then, speaking of Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel, this is her first full appearance as Captain Marvel. Avenging Spider-Man #9. She is also in #10, but this came out before Captain Marvel. Then we have, obviously, goes without saying, with the unbelievable success of Netflix's Daredevil, they are working on, they may be finished by now with season 2, but we've all been told that Elektra, Punisher, and Bullseye will be in the second series. So obviously Deadpool is another popular character, but any Punisher books, Bullseye books, Daredevil is going crazy. Most of us can't afford the actual first appearance of Amazing Spider-Man 129, which is not this, because I can't either, but this has been a very popular reprint of Amazing Spider-Man #129, It is Lionsgate. It's a Lionsgate reprint basically, and this has been selling extremely well. One great book to pick up as far as Daredevil and Punisher. I believe this is the first time they actually met, and it's the first time that Punisher's on a Daredevil comic cover. I think it was 183 to 185. This is 184. This also has Punisher. Another good book is before this. Elektra first appeared in Daredevil 168. Her second appearance was 169. Her third appearance is this book, 174. And her fourth appearance will be 175, the issue after this. Frank Miller, because of his popularity, he did do Daredevil, not just Dark Knight Returns and all those other things, but his first run started with 158. This is actually 159. It went up to, I believe, 191, 192, 193, one of those. But the important ones would be up to 185, realistically. We know Benedict Cumberbatch is playing Doctor Strange. This is just one of the books I found. Obviously an extremely popular character, soon to be. During Dublin Comic Con, there was an announcement that they were looking for Gambit's wife, an actress to play his wife. Her name's Belladonna. I forget her surname, but this is her first appearance. This is X-Men number 8 from the early 90s when Jim Lee did the X-Men run. We all know Crossbones. This is his first full appearance. It's Captain America 360. His actual first cameo was the issue before this, 359. Good books to pick up. Speaking of, I think it's Deadpool, Angel Dust is the character's name in the movie. This is her first appearance. This was a mini-series, a 4-issue limited series. Her first, second, third, and fourth appearance is this right here, and this is number 1. Very popular cover of Deadpool. This is an homage to Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man. This is one of the most popular Deadpool books from the first series. Another couple of things dealing with Marvel and what's going on with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is Phil Coulson's official first appearance. And then Maria Hill, I believe this is her first appearance. And then Daisy Johnson Quake, this is her first appearance. And because Marvel is not allowed to use mutants, the word mutants, they've, as you know from the TV show, have been calling them Inhumans. So this was the first series with Inhumans. Now their first appearance were early Fantastic Four, I believe in the 40s and stuff like that. Also, as I said, Thanos is extremely popular. Any early appearances of his would be very expensive, low and high grade. This is, I believe, his fourth appearance, fifth Thanos appearance. This is actually Marvel feature number 12. Number 11 is also going because it has Hulk versus Thing. And then I think that is about it. If you want me, Apocalypse. A few X-Men books I've got here. This is the first full Apocalypse. Very good book to pick up. His first cameo. This is number 6. His first cameo was number 5. Also, Marvel graphic novel number 17. A lot of people seem to think that that was actually his first mention because he was doing things behind the scenes with that. This is Psylocke's first appearance, New Mutants Annual number 2. This is her first American appearance. She became part of the X-Men. She joins the X-Men in Uncanny X-Men 213, which is a very famous Wolverine cover, and Sabretooth. This has the origin of Apocalypse, but it also happens to be the first appearance, the first full Archangel, or Archangel, I'm not sure how you pronounce it actually. A lot of X-Factor early issues from 5 on do have early Apocalypse appearances. So that pretty much covers it for now. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them in the box below. Also, if you look up, we have a quiz, which is kind of fun. I've had a few people that were stuck on a couple of them because of the hints. And I'd also like to thank, of course, as y'all know, Sean got us the podcast with Entertainment.ie, but Brian is the person that actually interviewed me, and he was fantastic. And his name's Brian Lloyd, just want to say a big thank you to him because he's put up the podcast online, and I think he said he was going to put it on Facebook this weekend. And also, if you guys let me know what your favorite key book is that you have, and then what you would actually want, and then what you realistically probably could afford and want. Like we all want an Amazing Fantasy 15 if we're a Spider-Man fan, out of our reach for most of us, obviously. Just a couple examples. If you want me to cover something specifically, I was actually doing this one because people had asked about key books. We'll do a segment for DC, and if you want me to do anything else, I'd be more than happy to do so. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon.